I never know how to start conversations. That's right. Well, I'm just an awkward person in general. But you know what we're gonna do today? Roll with the punches. So my name is Heaven. My actual whole name is Heaven Shanice Gallant. So I actually grew up in a small town named York, Pennsylvania. It's actually 2 hours away from Philly, or if you're going in the opposite direction, 2 hours away from Baltimore. So I'm actually not that far from home being here. So even though I was actually born in York, Pennsylvania, I actually did not grow up there. For majority of my life, I grew up in different areas of New Jersey, always basically right outside of New York because that's where my mom worked majority of the time. So because of that, for majority of my life, I actually 9 times out of 10, I was typically the only Black person or a person of color in most, if not all, my classes. So I was almost like that ink spot in the milk. So for a long time, I actually felt like I kind of didn't belong. Everybody that I saw around me basically didn't look anything like me. And I felt like that actually took a toll on who I was and who I am. I think that really made me think about, kind of suppressing parts of myself because I didn't want to perpetuate any type of stereotype and I didn't want to come off as different. In those years of your life, you don't want to be different necessarily. You want to be unique, yes, but different has a negative connotation to it typically. But by coming to Howard, I basically kind of just forgot all of that. I forgot, the code switching. I forgot what it felt like to not belong. And I felt like that was the moment that I realized Howard became home for me. It allowed me to be myself unapologetically and to embrace all aspects of myself. By coming to Howard University, I definitely gained a family. And that's not to say that, every Black person will like the next Black person. I mean, come on. 9 times out of 10, you don't like all your cousins, but at the end of the day, you're surrounded by your family. I'm surrounded by people that understand the burden and the privilege that comes with being Black. While here, I was able to gain lifelong friendships. Not only has the school itself helped me, but I think that area around the school is also a help because being that I have grown up being around different types of people all the time, I think being in DC and being around different cultures and different racial and ethnic groups and everything like that definitely just also makes me feel home because even though moving isn't ideal, it also gave me an understanding that there's more out there in the world and to always strive for more. It wasn't until my senior year of high school where I really realized the importance that that feeling of belonging actually brings to one and how that person identifies with themselves, if that makes sense. But I think Howard definitely helped me learn that at the end of the day, I belong no matter what. And to not ever suppress any part of myself. Here at Howard University, I finally found home. And in that, I think I finally found Heaven. And I don't plan on losing her anytime soon.